We are so back. Hi, welcome. We're continuing with the Pasha series. Little addendum, again, I have no idea what that sound was when I did the 4 with Âme Sombre, Basmati Rose, what was it then? Over here, Violette Neuilly, and yeah, that one. I have no idea what it is, because I found Cheval D'Arabie, and it does not look like how he had written it. So, if you guys have smelled, all of his scents, try and guess what the hell I smelled, because I have no idea which one it is, because the numbering is wonky as all hell. Yeah, just small nitpicks, really nothing too major. So, scent of the day was Enrico Coveri Plum, which, it's nice, it's cool, it's like just a kind of not too adventurous, not too adventurous, kind of barbershop Fougere. It's nice, I prefer Azzaro. That's it. So, on to the main topic at hand, which is Sultan Pasha Atars. We'll start with number 22. Le Rayon Vert. Let's start with that one. As usual, giving a quick sniff from the vial, see if it... this one is very green. As the name, Le Rayon Vert. I don't know, maybe it's the green zone, but I don't think it's the green zone. The green area, maybe? But let's go ahead and look for number 22. And we are dipping it and sticking it on the right wrist. So, that's that. Closing it down. We're shutting it down. So, let's give it a bit of time to aerate or something. And Le Rayon Vert. Interesting. If anything, I'm getting more citruses now. Kind of citrusy green thing. I should read about it, because it's not as oppressively green as Fougere Noir. It's got a little citric zest to it. The closest thing I'd compare it to is maybe either a citrus Chypre akin to Eau Sauvage, or just a very oiled, thick version of an Eau de Cologne. This is very gentlemanly. Yeah, super nice. The medium of oil does give it a bit of a depth to it. But overall, it's a very polite, non-confrontational scent. I enjoy it. But not anything, didn't provoke anything from me. It's just like a kind of, latter 20th century gentlemanly fragrance. But the fact that it's an oil is a bit of a novelty factor, at least to me, who has been in alcohol-based perfumery for his entire almost 2 years of perfume enthusiasm. Yeah, Le Rayon Vert. It's as my Russian family says, очень неплохо, which just means very not bad. So it's good. Yeah, let's move on to the next scent. 5 minutes. That's not a lot of time for scent. Oh well, let's go ahead and move on to this one. I just did this one. Let's go to this one. Number 27. Ooh, Chypre Chrysantheme. I love me some Chypres. So, from the vial. Very, very purple floral. A little juicy, a little powdery maybe. So we need to find number 27, which is think this is I think this is 22. This is 16. This is 27, which this one is. So, Chypre Chrysantheme. So, dip it and stick it. Close the lid. The salami lid. Sorry, the older among the crowd won't get that reference. The salami lid ain't gonna fit like that. Very fantasy flower smelling, like as if I'm smelling a singular flower that does not exist in nature, or maybe it doesn't. This is just like what chrysanthemum smells like. But this is huge, unlike. It's constructed in a way that makes me think I am smelling a single, very complex flower. There's a bit of a sparkle juice facet in here. It's got a little bit of a kind of medicinal flowery flair to it. It's a bit floral tea like there's a bitterness here that reminds me of a floral tea. Very nice. I would wear this. Not like I wouldn't buy a full bottle of this, but for me this is very wearable. Very, very soft. Vulnerable. Maybe a bit self-hating. Maybe there's a bit of self-loathing from here. I don't know if I'm smelling this or smelling myself. That's that bad joke. Moving on. But yes, this has a bit of that green natural flower smell. You know, the greenness that usually comes along with smelling a flower in real. Maybe a bit of honey. I'm not sure. It's like a bit of a viscous warmth. The dominant color here is but like a kind of night sky purple, as if you're mixing the blue of the night sky with a bit of purple, kind of faint lavender violet color. It's a warm melancholy, not like the cold melancholy of L'Heure Bleue. This is a warm melancholy to me. I'd imagine this is like a. This to me smells like a girl who writes poems. Sorry, a bit of a technical issue, but we move on. Yeah, this is a girl who writes poems, kind of, a bit not languid, but a bit pessimistic, a bit downtrodden. But in a way that you're interested, you want to know what's going on, what's her story, You're not sure you can help her. You can't even help yourself. But there could be something of interest to you if you just ask her, what's she looking at? This one's good. This one's good. Chypre Chrysantheme. It's good. Now I'm looking forward to smelling Chypre Narcisse. But yeah, Chypre Chrysantheme. Incredible. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh. Moving on. This one? This is the problem. Number 12, Cheval D'Arabie. I thought I had smelled it and enjoyed it, but no, this is the real Cheval D'Arabie, and I'm not looking forward to this one. The things I do for you guys, you should be thankful. And you can be thankful by checking the description. It's fine. I'm not forcing you guys to do anything. I'll still treat you very well, even if you don't give me any money, because that's the norm. People don't give you money out of the blue. You know, you don't expect people to give you money. Ask them nicely, and they might do it. Be a diva about it, and I don't know. You know, see what happens. So that's number 12. Yes. Let's smell it from. Oh, well, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. Dip it and stick it. I have no idea what it is. I really have no idea what that mystery fragrance on the Sombre video is. It's kind of strange for me. So, light check. Can you see it? Can I make it glisten? Yes, I can. You can see it's right there. Right there. How it glistens. So. It's not as bad as Deer Musk Accord. There is that saving grace of a jammy rose, kind of, you know, keeping some of it in check. It certainly is wild. There's the blackness, a bit of brown, but it's not fecal. It certainly is wild, dirty, hairy, but it's not shitty. At least not to my nose. It's very smoky. On first dab, swipe, you know, Deer Musk certainly is his most animalic composition. Like, he needs to update Cheval D'Arabie, because Deer Musk Accord, that's his most animalic composition. There's no way, there's no saving grace about it. You're there for the animalics. Here in Cheval D'Arabie, there's some facets which you can cling on to in this cyclone of, you know, in this stampede of the animal. Like, there's rosiness. There's a rose which you can cling on to and kind of, you know, hide behind, you know, for cover. There's a bit of a honeyed sweetness here. But there absolutely is a bit of that kind of sour, salty Play-Doh feeling that I kind of get from some ouds. I would not wear this personally. Just saying. This smells very Arabic to me. Like, this could very well be the signature scent of a guy who runs a stall in a souk. Either that or like a kind of rich Dubai businessman. But yeah, this smells like new Arab money. But it still has a little bit of a baroqueness to it. I might be just getting it from... Which one was this? Not Chypre Chrysantheme. Le Rayon Vert. Le Rayon Vert changed a lot. I'll come back to it later. But honestly, the oil saves it from being utterly obnoxious. In Deer Musk, there's no getting around it. Even the oil is appalling. But this Cheval D'Arabie, it has a bit of a warm, kind of sweet tea temperature to it. Temperature and texture, not a taste. Not a taste. It's just a bit warm like a sweet tea and a bit textured like a sweet tea. And there is a difference to me. It's a sweet tea is a bit more viscous, a bit more syrupy than a regular tea. And that's a bit of what a rose oud combination, at least in Pasha's work, it gives off to me. It's certainly not as animalic as I'd expected. It's definitely there, but it's a reeled back. It's a reeled back, you know? It's a horse that had once been feral, and now it has those little blinkers on, you know? It's a bit blinkers, but, you know, there's some of that stallion left in him. But for now, it's a carriage horse. Yeah, it's pleasant. Is it? It's tolerable. You know, I can tolerate it. I respect the scent profile. It's a bit of an understanding nod to each other, mutual nod, and going on our separate ways. I'm a bit more of an Occidental fella in terms of my scent preferences, and he's way more Oriental. But overall, it's a super kind of formal, restrained, you know, a bit of a tie adjustment kind of animalic fragrance. It's slowly getting more intense, but it's still nowhere near that nowhere near that went to check in it's nowhere near that wiped once, found out he needed to wipe twice energy. It's nowhere near that. It doesn't have that much of a decomposing poop to it. Yeah. So, last up is... this one. Number 16. Etude en Fougere. As you can see from the oil color, it's green. Who would have thunk it? Not me. Let's give it a sniff from the vial. Oh! Now this is something I could get behind. It's got a bit of a... Okay, I have to try it. Ooh, wow. This feels familiar. This feels barbershop-y. Close it up. So, how are you guys doing? So, yup. This is a super creamy barbershop Fougere. Super creamy. It's got the kind of shaving feeling to it, but it's way creamier than most, you know, because of its oil concentration. But it's not as oppressively green as Fougere Noir. You know, that one is 6 a.m. grass. This feels like 11 a.m. grass. This is a man who wears a hat. I feel like he wears a hat, not a top hat. God no, but like a nice trilby. A nice trilby, not a cringe lady trilby. No, like a nice, maybe like a wicker trilby, like a straw trilby. But yes, this. Wait, where is it? I need to find it. Glisten for me, oil, oil, oil. Where art thou, oil? Oh, well, you're there somewhere. I can. Oh, there you are. There is a bit of a connecting line. The greenness in Etude and Fougere is kind of similar to the greenness in Fougere Noir. The kind of torn out grass stems, kind of grass stalks. But in here, it is in fact way brighter. The noir part is not there. The sun is nigh on, in the up high. I've gained a great respect for Fougères now, so it's very pleasant to me and wearable, but it doesn't really suit my personality. At least I think. Well, it does, but I already have Azzaro per homme, so like it's gonna take a while until I want another masculine bright fougere. But yes, this is a very nice, bright, green, grassy fougere. So let's go back and talk a little bit about dry downs, if they happen or if not. On the right wrist was le Rayon Vert. It's kind of feeling like the inside of a citrus fruit, maybe, but there's also a bit of a white floral creaminess from here, coming out from here. A bit of the kind of medicinal, a bit of the medicinal ointment, wall that I found in Vetiver Blanc. There is some of that here in the, not dry down per se, but like in a little bit of a development here in Le Rayon Vert. It still has a bit of a citrusiness. It doesn't remind me at all of the, of the Eau du Cologne or Eau Sauvage. It's nowhere near that now. It's just white flowers with a bit of a citric nuance, but it's now just white flowers, a bit of, it's a green subdued very much by the white flowers with a hint of a citric nuance. That's Le Rayon Vert. Next up we have Chypre Chrysantheme. This is now hugely floral, fruity tea-like. Maybe even like a floral nectar. There isn't that kind of furriness that I'd expect, but it's probably there somewhere. I can maybe, if I squint, I can get a bit of that Chypre fuzziness. But yeah, Chypre Chrysantheme, very, very nice. L'Heure d'Or is better than Chypre Chrysantheme, but I really enjoy how this comes off. I really enjoy this one. I don't know though if I would say that. I need more time with Chypre Chrysantheme. Okay, so Cheval D'Arabie. Yeah, it's getting to it. The way the animals attack you here, it's as if it's certain like big like blotches that are, you can almost draw a line around them. Like like horse hoof prints maybe. And again, the kind of rose jamminess keeps this from being a Deer Musk signature record for me. Yeah, I can see why it's a popular one, but again, not for me. And last but not least, Etude en Fougere. Super, super nice. Fougere, bright. The barbershopiness is just fading from this. It's green, bright, inoffensive. Great if you want a kind of a safe venture into what Pasha is doing. Wearable for me, but not a must cop. That is all for these 4 impressions. If you guys have any idea what the hell I smelled on the 3rd Pasha video, do, write down a comments below. Type a comment down there for me, because I really don't have no idea what I smelled there. Like if you want, if that's your thing. Subscribe, please, if you are new to this and have enjoyed my incessant rambling. And check the description for any interesting links you might find there. That's all. I will see you next impression, and that's that. We are so out of here.